Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we're to the Long Dark, where we made it to Mystery Lake. It is pitch black in the trailer we found right now, so I'm just going to get a match lit and find us... Yeah, here we go. Bed right there. Okay. So now I'm just going to let the match burn out. I know there was a little hotfix update that had gone out for Long Dark a little while ago. It may have addressed the issue with the little animation lockup. But I figured just to be safe, I'll keep doing as I have. So we're going to have the MRE just to stock us up on calories. Have the water we've got for the rest. And we're going... Oh god, yeah, we can only carry 25 kilograms. And we're at 42 right now. So let's see... You know what, let's try for 10 hours. Because I want to try to get us up as rested as we possibly can before we do set out. So that we can hopefully have a full fatigue bar. I think we will run into... See, even then we're not fully rested, so I could sleep a little bit more. But I will take the pork and beans for some food. The coffee I need water for. Let me just see if I can find a little bit of water. Just to top us off. Another MRE. That's... Oh, I never brought a pry bar with me, surprisingly enough. Although, I don't think it'll matter too greatly. Yeah, nothing here, but you know what? I do know a spot we can quickly check out.
Is it food or...
That will likely have... No, actually, I still have some water. I didn't realize I had so much left. Okay. Let me get 3 more hours of sleep in. Just because I want to get us as fully rested as we can, so when we do start hiking, we are very fine for a long time. Which we will be. I'll have that. We'll have this beef jerky that has low condition. Oh, that did eat... You know what? No, we should be good. Okay. It sounds like it's kind of bad out, but let's poke our head out of the trailer and see what we exactly have facing us. Okay, there is a pretty strong wind. I guess I just heard the trailer door closing. But from looks of it, it's actually going to be helping us, because it's pushing at our backs to go forward. Yeah, like, if we were going to stay in Mystery Lake, the Hydro Dam would be a fantastic place to make our base of operations out of. There, or the cabin by Mystery Lake itself. God, the wind... Oh, the metal rattling is getting to me a little bit there. But yeah, all we gotta do is follow these train tracks all the way as they go through the region. As long as we don't have too many wolves on the way, it should go pretty quickly, and again, we might even be able to get through here and Forlorn Muskeg in a single episode. Thankfully, I don't have a lot of food on me, so there's nothing that should lure it in if it's that close. I do see, like, that tree where we could have gotten the acorns, but I think... Yeah, I need my cooking skill to be higher before I can make some of the more interesting food recipes. For now, we'll just keep with our hike. But it really is interesting... Like, when you first start playing Long Dark, these zones will feel gigantic, and in fact... As long as you're fighting the cold, they're always going to feel like they're really big and there's so much distance to cover. But if you can get the gear to be... You don't have to worry about, like, freezing outside. It feels like they shrink so much more than what you're used to. Like, it's not a harrowing trek to go a few meters without having to worry about frostbite or wolf attack or what have you. You can basically just keep going for full days through regions. I might just take a little peek in here for anything. Actually, no, I'm going to keep going. We found a brand new MRE. We've got great meters in the bottom left there. We can just keep going hardcore for the next region. I am surprised with how strong the wind is that we're not suffering from, like, or that we're not losing any heat. I really thought with it being as strong as it is today, we would be suffering, like, even just 1 arrow down for temperature loss, but it's not even that. And I know I commented last episode about, like, the wolves that seem like they're so sparse. This map is especially seeming like that, which is weird. Like, usually along the railway line, every corner you'd find a couple or wolves or so, but I haven't seen a single one, aside from hearing the one just back there. So I wonder if there is a little bit of merit to the longer you stay in a region, the more and more wolves will spawn or start appearing in it. Okay, I am guessing, though, at these these railway cars here, yeah, there is one. It seems like there's always one around them. Oh, more than just the one. I want to save the rifle bullets for the bigger game, and because I do have so much revolver ammo, I should be able to just get by these with scaring them off. Truth be told... See, I don't want to crouch to sneak by them, because that'll just... Yeah, he was coming back this way. There you go. Yeah, you guys go running off. I got one shot in. I'm not looking to kill them. I mean, if it did drop, okay, I wouldn't worry about it too much, though. Basically just want to stop them from getting the balls to attack us. Yeah, it seems like there are always a few wolves patrolling around this spot here. Probably because of the deer carcass, but I'll just grab a couple of crow feathers since they're right on our way.
I could use this.
I'm going to take the spray paint just because the far territories, I'll probably want to make more use of it. It's an area I've never been into, so it'll help if I can do some things like marking a little bit. And I just want to take one quick peek in here. I didn't know what... I thought there might be something good here, because I think there's a chance you could find a rifle here. But that revolver ammo is going to definitely help us.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll leave the flare behind. I've basically evolved from having to use the flares for wolf deterrent to being able to just wolf elimination. But actually, way down the line, granted, I don't know what quality the video is going to be at as it goes on to YouTube, if you guys can see it. But that's our transition area. We just got to reach that tunnel. We'll go through it to a new little... I don't know, again, if it'll be a full transition zone or it'll just be immediately to Forlorn Muskeg. But if we can hit that, that'll take us exactly where we wanted to go. And that's, again, kind of how this area and Forlorn Muskeg will be, is it's just a straight shot following the railway line. The biggest trouble is going to probably be when we get to Broken Railroad, because you do have to do that little bit of, like, go in, go down into that little, like, pond area, up through the hills, across a fallen tree or something, back to the railway, and go along there. But truth be told, if the only encounter I'm going to have with the wolves is a pair of them in this region, I'm going to be quite happy. Yeah, everything seems like that's all we'll have to worry about, is just that wolf encounter there. I don't hear any more howls. I don't see anything lurking or skulking about. If I was taking my time and trying to, like, stay in each area for longer, It's a mixed bag using this cabin, in my opinion. It's nice because I think it is more of a central location in the entire vicinity of the full map. The hydro dam is more secure of a place because you can close the gates and nothing can really get into you there. So when you first step outside, you don't have to worry about getting ambushed by anything. But it is a little bit more remote compared to the cabin there. Because from there you have access to, again, most of the entire region from it. But you also do have the fact that if you step outside, you could immediately be set upon by wolves. And with how the hills are for that area, it could be a little hard to spot them too. But we just gotta keep going, and we should be... Yeah, our fatigue is actually doing so good. We might even make it to I think, given the pacing, I think we are going to make it to Broken Railroad. I would love to actually make it to the far territories before next episode. But I don't know. Like, I could sprint, but I want to save the energy because I know we'll need it later. A factor I will have to uh-oh. Okay, well, one of the nice things about the next... Again, even if a blizzard does blow in, I just have to follow the the railroad tracks. Railway, railroad, rail whatever, I guess. You can use whatever terms you want, I suppose, for it. But if it does get really bad blizzard-wise, I at least do always have a visual of what I should be following to get to another area. That's... Okay, that's just a rock. I thought that maybe that was a body. But if... Again, after spending so long in, like, just Black Rock Prison, or even in Broken Railroad to start the like, when I first started the series out with that other attempt. It feels like those areas can be so big and that it takes so long to travel through, but that's only because you're trying to loot and make the most of the area, too. When you're actually setting your mind on traveling, it goes by fairly quick. And yeah. And hopefully our luck will hold in the muskeg for, like, not having to worry about the wolves too much. I really am amazed that for the entire trek we just did, we only had the 2. Well, technically I'd probably sum it up in, like, encounters. So there's only the 1 wolf encounter we had. But there it is, the rail tunnel. I can't remember... Oh, yeah, we should be good to get through here. Wasn't sure if the rail car would block one way entirely or not, but... Leave Mystery Lake. So is this right to the muskeg, or is there a transition before it? We're right into Forlorn Muskeg. This is fantastic. Because that's going to cut out an entire little mini region that we would have had to travel, like, through the Raven Falls ravine there. The wind is going pretty strong. It looks like it's coming more... It is still kind of behind us. That is a nice feature to the game, too, is... And I think there is dynamic, whatever direction the wind's blowing, the snow and that does reflect it. So it's kind of blowing at our backs to help push us along. But, oh yeah, there's a wolf lurking up there. This is where I'm thinking we're going to have more encounters. Like, maybe not at this initial start here, but once we're more into the exposed parts of the muskeg, we might. Because it's basically a giant marshland. And there's a lot of patches of ice that are both thick that you can stand on and thin you can't go on. So we don't have to worry about the ice because we are going to be following this all the way through it. But because of it being like a big marshland, there's a fair chance the wolves might congregate more around the middle areas. So we'll just have to be mindful of that as we go through. But it still feels super, super weird that temperature's not a thing I have to be worrying about. The strength of the blizzard, though, I do, because it is looking like it's picking up a fair bit more. There's not really any shelter places I can think of in the muskeg that are, like, right along the main line. I was like, there might be a few spots on the outer perimeters of the muskeg, but yeah, for the most part, I think just the middle is pretty open and exposed. Although maybe the weather will keep the wolves a bit more at bay. It's honestly hard to say. What's it? I just want to take a look. What does it feel like? It actually feels like 9 degrees, so I'm doing really good. And despite the blizzard being in, it's actually not that bad out temperature-wise. I'm only minus 12. Yeah, in total it would be minus 26 with the two combined. But that's even warmer than some of the winter days we've had up around where I live. So it's really not that bad out right now. Alright, maybe that's just my own footsteps I heard. Just the crunch of the snow beneath our boots. It doesn't... I don't know if it'll get worse than this. Like... Okay, I think that was just a gust of wind, but I still want to have a firearm out in case, because that scared the crap out of me for a moment there. Oh, okay, there's a bit of shelter if we wanted it. Now, oh, I will take the bullet, but I don't know if I actually want to stay here too long. Like, truth be told, I think I want to leave this. If I do come back this way, that'd probably be a good spot to actually operate out of the muskeg from. Again, centralized location. The access routes might not be as good, because, again, it is the middle of the muskeg, and you'll have to... Oh, that's a bear out there. Okay, that might be another little factor against the location to use. But it is in what I think is the middle of the muskeg for the map. So you could get to all corners of it about the same. It just have to be minding the ice. But yeah, he's going slow enough, and we're going quick enough that we shouldn't have to worry about each other. And it's just walking into the endless white horizon, really. We actually looks like we will make it to at least the Broken Railroad. I don't know if we'll get through that zone too, but we'll see how we're sitting once we actually make it through the transition. I know food and water shouldn't be a problem. Our energy actually isn't too bad. I thought we might have burned through it a little bit quicker because of the weight we're carrying, but it's sitting at a decent amount that we could try pushing through the railroad. Oh, I am super tempted to try it, and then that way our last episode of the week is actually starting into Far Territory Friday. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, bear's way back there. No signs of any wolves to the left or right, which I am really surprised at. But it just goes to show that it's been pretty clear for us. More so than I was really expecting it to be. I thought I would be using a lot more ammunition to make it on this trek, but maybe that's a nice thing about Stalker difficulty, is that the wolves aren't super overbearing on you. We're starting to see something at the horizon there, so we are getting close to where we gotta go. Okay, the ice should be thick enough here since the rail line was set up along it. I still just want to keep my eyes out in case there is any warnings of, like, the ice is getting too thin. Oh, might be a wolf out there. Yeah, it is. I just saw, again, all I'm really making out is like these little shapes moving in the distance. Oh, it might be a carcass there. Oh, actually a pair of them there. I'll try sticking more on the right here. I think we should be far enough away they won't bother us. We'll just keep going, because yeah, that's the other end. We just need to keep going further. Yeah, I know we're hungry. I'm sure they're hungry over there too, but we're not sharing our food. Although I wonder if that would ever be something you could do to try to, like, alleviate the pressure the wolves put on you. Is if you could actually, like, feed them enough that they're content that... It's not that they're tame, it's just that they're well fed enough that they aren't aggressive towards you. Like, maybe they'll bark and snarl a bit, but they don't actually, like, try chasing or pursuing you because they're full. That might actually be something that could be interesting if you have a lot of meat that you can't eat yourself. It has a little bit of a use there. Kind of makes me think of the... Well, sort of like how in Subnautica, if you were to feed the stalkers the peepers, they'll go passive for you, and I think they even bring you scrap metal. Or like if there's anything in the area, they might even bring and deliver it to almost like a trade. Just have half of that behavior where if you feed them enough, they won't try to go after you. Don't know how the newsprint is still there. Okay, so still thick here. Yeah. That is basically 2 areas down. We're into the last area before we have, or before the far territories. Now, as tempted as okay, here's my thinking. We might try pushing the episode a little bit, because it is mostly a straight shot along the railroad. But if I could get to the, the wind has actually changed. Yeah, the wind's changed directions. You can see it in the way the snow's falling. Now it's blowing into us and it has slowed our progress down a bit more. But if we can get to Broken Railroad to where the maintenance shed and that is, maybe we'll spend a night there just to get all of our meters full. And then that way, come Friday's episode, we have the full episode to be into the far territories and exploring it. Oh yeah, I'm at a crawl here because of the wind. Oh, I didn't want to... You know what, I'm not going to push it too much because, yeah, that third arrow taking down our stamina, that'll eat into it a little bit more. Oh, come on, we should be shielded by the wind. We're basically right in the face of the mountain there. Nope, more spraying warnings. And I don't think there's a transition zone for this one. I think it is just immediately to... Yeah, leave the muskeg. And we'll see... The Broken Railroad. This is... I think this is basically where we started on the last attempt. Because we did have to go all the way down the railroad. Down to the right where, like, the pond and that is, and up through the hills there. So this is really a return to form for our series. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to reload this right now because I do have a moment to do so. There we go. Just to be ready. I'm hoping with the weather, there won't be anything we have to really fight or deal with. And at least the wind kind of is helping us. It seems more like it's to our right side now. I don't know, maybe because of the muskeg, it seemed like there was a little bit of a curve, why we were getting the wind more in our face. But hopefully it'll push us further, at least far enough to get to the maintenance area. Yeah, because we've been through the area before, I don't need to go all the way down here. I think there's a to our right that'll take us down. Yeah, this will lead us down. I do need to be careful. There's usually a wolf or two hanging around the... Oh, I thought this would take us down. It doesn't quite look as inviting now with the big rock here, but... we'll see how it goes. Oh. Okay, yeah, this is a way down. It's not the smartest to have gone. But it's at least a way down, and it's sped us up a fair ways more. There we go. I did hear one howl. Yeah, there he is out there. Seems like there's always a wolf patrolling around down here. Not sure why, just always is. Yeah, you keep yourself over there. You don't have to worry about me. We know our way around here pretty good. Actually, truth be told, I am curious if I do get onto the tree here. I don't think it'll follow us across if it does pick me up as being here. I don't think the pathfinding has them able to cross like the fallen trees. Yeah, I didn't hear any replies. He must be the only one in for quite a while. Usually when you hear a howl go off, there's usually a second or a third you'll hear from somewhere else, but... Seems like this poor guy's all on his own over here. Not that I feel too much pity for him, because if he had the chance, he would be trying to rip us apart. But everything is looking pretty good that we should be able to reach the maintenance shed. As this will take us up to the rail line again. And it wasn't that far of a walk from there to the maintenance stuff. Although there were a few wolves when I last was in the area. So it might not hurt to be ready with our revolver. I'm probably going to try saving our bow and arrow for deer hunting, revolver for the wolves, and hunting rifle for the biggest game. Bear, moose. Actually, that's really it, just bears and moose. Maybe timber wolves, but I'm really hoping we don't have to deal with them for a long time to come. And yet, we are back to very familiar territory. It was just a little ways up here that I think we had to light the one kind of panic fire to keep a wolf away. Although now it looks like there's absolutely nothing around here. Yeah, you know what? I'm content with that. Well, I'm more content with that. I'm quite happy with it. Yep, even got a little rabbit hop note over there. Actually, looks like maybe a couple. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it seems like, for whatever reason, this run we got super lucky with very little wolf activity. There were, like, a couple here when we first spawned in on the other attempt. But now it's basically dead, and I am all for it.
I could eat anything.
Oh, you know what? Because we are guaranteed to... You know, no, I was saying I thought I heard the little clucks of the ptarmigan, and I know our insulated layer, its condition is starting to go down. So I was thinking maybe I'll see about trying to get one or two of them. But I think it's better off if I just focus on trying to keep us focused on the far territories. Because if I can get out to them, there's a fair chance we'll find more there, too. Locomotive engine. I can't remember if we had to have gone by this, but I don't... Oh, maybe because I was, like, running down here due to the wolves. That was probably it. I tried to take this southern route, try to avoid the wolves a bit better, and that's why I don't remember the locomotive engine there. So yeah, if we pop up here, we'll probably see those go down. Oh. Yeah, speak of the wolves. Got you right there. And yeah, we can follow that down. That'll be maintenance yard. We'll spend a night there. And it's just back up and follow the rail line. And then we're into the far territories. And we're actually prepared to explore them this time. Yeah. Yeah, there's a hit on you. I'm not really going to worry about making a fire. So yeah, you just go running off, hurt and wounded and scared.
Drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Okay. Yeah, he's wounded. We won't have to worry about him. I don't know what this guy... Okay, he's still running off, so that's good. You didn't have to wait till immediately I say that to stop, but fine. If we have to use one more round, that's no problem. We're still actually in excess because of the lucky find in Mystery Lake. Yeah, we'll pop you. We'll get inside there. Yeah, we'll push this episode a little more just so I can explore a bit more freely. Oh. Oh. Do I harvest your meat? Actually, you don't have a lot on you, so you know what? I am going to quickly just harvest that.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Yeah, it's not real... Well, okay, yeah, it is the gear for the most part. But yeah, water's not going to be an issue because I think there's a washroom in here. We can just drain the toilet tanks, and that'll be some potable water. I might see about making a fire and... Oh. I'll just close this for a moment. Scrawled message.
I need to eat soon.
I do not head that way. Stubborn and stupid sometimes ride the same wagon. Oh. You there. Okay, we might have more wolves around than I first thought. Okay, where is he? Just try to scare them off so I can get to the shed. Oh, that was another hit. Yeah, I'm surprised how many vehicles are left behind here. Oh, are you already... Look, bud, I'm not really looking for a fight. Okay, wasted 2 shots there, although it's good to know that I can hip fire this. Let's get inside here, and... yeah, we'll end this episode of Long Dark right here. We got much further than I originally thought we would, and next episode, after a bit of food, some sleep, some drink, we will be into the far territories. Thank you all everyone for joining me on this episode of Long Dark. If you liked the video, be sure to give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, push in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.